No, it's not ASMR channel. It's Redhead Pretender art channel. I put on this little hat because I think the internet would like this hat. I think the internet would think that this hat is cute. Welcome to my dusty old YouTube channel that I never took seriously and I still don't think I will. I'm happy you're here right now with me. I hope that you have a Diet Coke or some other fancy little drink that you like. And if you don't, boop, and pause this video and go get yourself a little treat. I feel like I'm in a commercial. I want to tell you who I am. Why am I the Redhead Pretender? Well, it's because back in long time ago, dude, was like Instagram like first coming out. Let me be real about this. I think this was like 2012. And I was making an Instagram account and I was like, who am I going to be? What am I going to be? And I had been dyeing my hair red for a long time. But at this time that I was making my account, I was like, who am I? You know, I pretend to have red hair. And then I was like, ooh, Redhead Pretender. It's got a nice ring to it. And it feels kind of like I'm a superhero. Yeah, or a villain. No, I don't think I could. Not a villain. But yeah, Redhead Pretender was born. And that was my moniker. And it was so cool. And then I wrote it on everything and it became all my social media accounts. And that was like 13 years ago. And then when I was like not doing art for the last like 7 years, I stopped dyeing my hair red. Then when I just got this new part-time job and I was like, okay, I'm going to be an artist now. I'm going to do it. I dyed my hair red again. This is like the return of the Redhead Pretender. This now, 2025. Here we are, 2025, return of the Redhead Pretender. And who is my target audience? Let me tell you. It's my friends. It could be friends I already have. It could be friends I haven't met yet. Am I allowed to swear on YouTube? I don't know. Who knows? I'll figure that out. I'll Google it after. This is kind of like a vlog. We're vlogging, we're blogging, we're making art, we're being weird, we're wearing a cool hat. It's what we're doing. So let's get it. Okay, so who is the Redhead Who is she? Who is the Redhead Pretender? My name is Becky. I am 34 years old. I'm an old lady. But I want to preface that by saying it's never too late. It's never too late to make your dreams come true, buds. I live in Canada. I live in rural Alberta. I do not live in a big city. I live in a wee little town by the mountains. Yeah, I think that that's a cool thing. I think that for me, especially when I was younger, I think I would have liked to see content creators that are coming from the boonies, from the middle of nowhere. I'm an artist. I went to art school for 6 years and got my bachelor's degree in fine art. That was like the best thing I ever did. That was like the most funnest, bestest time. It was a great chaotic period in my life. I made so many good friends. I made some of the bestest friends that I still have to this day. And I started art school in 2010. And then I graduated art school in 2016. And what did I do? Did I hop out and be a great artist? No. You know what I did? I moved home back to my small town. Bonk. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I didn't know what I was doing with my heckin' life. I was poor, broke, had student loans, had credit card debt, credit line debt. So I moved back home with my mom and dad at the age of 26. Within like, I think about a year or a year and a half or so from moving home, I got a job at a lumber mill. You're like, what? Huh? Yeah, so then I just like did it because it was like, oh, this is a good job and it pays well. It pays like way better than any other job I've had. Operating equipment, doing manual labor, cool environment, let me tell you. As like a creative artist, to work in this very blue collar, industrial, big old machines, loud noises, danger. It was really a cool place. And then you know what I did? I worked there for like 7 years. It was shift work and it was nights and days, and I'm a night owl. I was like, night shift. And I had like long weekends. I had like 5-day weekends, but the shifts were like 12 hours long. I loved it at first, but it really got to me. Like art just like kind of went on the back burner. Like I was definitely like still drawing every once in a while, but art fell on the back burner, babies. I did do some art, but I was not pursuing my dreams. I was also a health and safety auditor. I was working at the mill doing health and safety auditing because I also got my auditor certification after art school. Then I was also working for a company, a small logging company, doing their health and safety. And yeah, I was busy, but I was so not busy with art. Art was just sitting on the frickin' sidelines with the crickets, waiting, wondering when it will come back into my life. In my time at the mill, I climbed this ladder. I went from laborer to lead hand to relief supervisor, and then I was doing some safety work, and it was all good. And I hit a point in my last year. I was like, I can't keep moving forward in this career path that I didn't even want to be in. It's cool that I got to be here. It's great. I got to pay off all my debt. I paid off my credit card debt, my credit line debt. I bought a house. What? But I also like sold my soul to the machine, to the lumber machine. But I kept having this feeling. That like I was never going to pursue my dreams if I didn't just do it. I had to do it. I gotta, but then I was like, how will I do it? This job is like giving me so much. It's brought me out of poverty, basically. It's like allowed me to pay off my debt. Like, I was like, there's no way that how can I afford my life? I don't want to give this up. They call it the golden handcuffs. And then I would cry in bed at night for so long, for like many years, where I was just like, how do I make it happen? What do I do? Like, do I quit? And it just felt like impossible to quit. I also felt like my parents would judge me. Like they're like, the mill, you're moving up at the mill. What a great job. What a good job to support yourself for the rest of your life and pay all your bills and have lots of money. I felt like everyone would think I was dumb. But I had some chain of events of things that kind of led me to be like, you know what? Like, this is it. I got to do it. So I went on the old internet one night at work and I was like, hey, Google. I was trying to think like, what's a job I could do? Maybe a part-time job, but something that could maybe like, I could still maybe scrape by, definitely not be living as financially frivolously as I am now or was at the time. You know what I mean? But I looked up and I found this perfect job. And it was a posting that had just been posted 2 days ago at that time. And I was like, okay, I hear you, universe. So I applied and I got the job and then I quit the mill. And now we're here, bud. We're here. We're making stuff and we're making content. Oh, but yeah, now I'm here. It was so crazy to quit the mill. Like it was like, I don't know. I think I thought I don't know. There was a part of me that thought I was never going to quit. But now this new job is great. Man, I was scared. I was scared about like transitioning out of a career, the same company that I had been with for 7 years. It felt like so scary. And I was like, what are people going to think? And what am I going to do? And what if I can't afford it? What if I hate my new job and I regret quitting the mill? Blah, blah, blah. But there was this little spark in me that knew that this was the right thing to do so that I can follow my dreams. And what are your dreams, Becky? What is the Redhead Pretender's dreams? My dream is to be able to support myself with my art in whatever way that means. I don't even know, man. Me and my ADHD, we've got lots of ideas. As we do. We've got the things that we're thinking. We want to make a YouTube. We want to make an Instagram. Art prints. That's a Epson 8550 $750 printer back there that I bought with my rich lumber mill money that I'm currently not making anymore, but that's okay. We want to make stickers. I bought a Cricut. See? Look at that baby. But she's not set up yet, even though I've owned it since Christmas time. And it's currently March. But that's okay because this time it's slow and it's okay. We can be slow because we're going slow, but we're going. We're heading in the right direction. You know what I mean? We're closer than we've been. Ugh. We're getting there. Where are we getting? We're getting to art world. We're getting to be an artist. We get to be creative and we get to be funny. What am I scooping? Who knows? I also want to post on YouTube. I'm going to hate myself editing this because I can't do anything without going off on 70,000 different directions. I want to be a streamer. I want to stream stuff. And you might be like, what do you want to stream? And I'll be like, I think I want to stream making art. And then I also want to stream video games that I like to play. I have a fancy PC. It's so fancy. Also, thanks to Sawmill Mega Income for allowing me to buy this PC. See, like, I don't regret that 7 years for allowing me to become financially secure and buy things that I needed to do stuff with. Like, if I hadn't paid off my car, I would have had a car payment, and I don't know if I would have been able to afford to live now working part-time. But yeah, circle. This new job. I started it 2 months ago. So I'm working, oh, it's so good. I'm working Monday to Friday, 8 in the morning until 11:30 a.m. Excuse me, did you just say that you are working 3.5 hours a day? Yes, I did. And it's glorious. It's so cool to have so much time. And that was something that was like a huge problem with working at the mill. And shift work sucks your freaking life away. Let me tell you. And it's like, people are like, I love shift work. I love having long weekends. I did too. Okay. I did. I liked having long weekends. It was cool. But you know what? When you work 12 hours a day, next thing you know, you're just zoop evaporated from your life. And when you work those 12-hour days, you come home, you eat, you have a shower, and you go to bed. That is your life. Bing bong, do it all over again. And you don't exist in your life at all. Like, in the days that you work, that's it. And it took a toll on me over time. And it's very disconnecting, okay? That was a revelation I've had since I've changed from shift work to working 17.5 hours a week. It's disconnecting. And yeah, you just don't exist. And you are constantly living in a state of being like sucked out of your life and then back in it. And what I'm finding now, you just have life. You have life after work. And that is like critical, I think, to like mental wellness. At least for me, I feel more connected to my life than I have for the past 7 years. And even before that, because back when I was in art school, even I was a pretty heavy drinker, and I ended up developing or snowballing into this very bad drinking problem over the course of like 10 years from like the time I started drinking until 5 years ago when I quit. I'm coming up on 5 years sober, by the way. It's so cool. But yeah, I feel more connected to my life now over these last like 2 months of working this new job. It's the most stable I've been mentally, emotionally. So back in art school, yes, it was cool. I was like living my peak life, like in terms of art and friends and culture and being around weirdos. So good. Oh, I love those art school kids. I miss them all. Now I just live in mountain town hiker land, blue collar world. But I feel like I wasn't as connected to my life even back then because I was drinking a lot. And that was like every few days I'm getting like blackout drunk at the pub or with my friends or at a house party and going to like a drink and draw. That was like art school life. So, you know, not super connected to my life in a way because you're just like disappearing when you get blackout drunk. You are also absent from your life in a way. And then I was like having to recover through hangovers, and then I'd be back to normal. But then I'd be like, let's drink, and the cycle would continue. And then also in the first few years of working at the mill, I was also drinking. So it was like double disconnect. But now I feel like every day, even if I work, then there's all this time for me to just like be present in my life and connected to my life. There's no pressure to like do things. It's like if I don't do it today, then I can do it tomorrow. And it's very freeing being here, existing, having time for my thoughts and having time to make art and draw and record content and also just like fool around and be a little goof. And I got to pursue my dreams, man. Enormous backstory. I hope that I can cut that down. So like, do I have a message for you? You know, like I want someone to see this content and be like, okay, you know what? You don't have to beat yourself up if you are, in your early 30s, in your late 20s. And like, for God's sakes, don't beat yourself up if you're like in your early 20s. Please, you have so much time. Don't stress, okay? We'll go through different seasons in life. You might feel stuck, but things can change. And the next thing you know, you might be following your dream. But it's also okay if you don't for like a long time. And if you work on yourself, and maybe you're working on your finances, maybe you're working on saving up some money, maybe you're working on you. And I had a lot of stuff that I worked on over those last 7 years that I wasn't really focused on my art. I was quitting drinking. I was like renovating a house that I bought and taking care of myself and like doing some therapy. I don't know, man. We got to do what we got to do. But the big thing I want to say is it's never too late. Okay? Like for real. Follow your dreams. That's what I'm doing. And okay, yeah. Oh gosh. I also forgot I was going to talk about my studio. We could talk about that a different time, I think. Because I don't think we have time for that. This room right here is my little studio. And boy, has it gone through many phases. It's basically been like a junk room for the last 4 years or however long I've lived here. Junk room, storage room. It still kind of is. We've got boxes back here and over there and everywhere and things, and like it could be so cool, and it's gonna be so cool. And that's also something like part of why I like want to talk about it. I'll probably just talk about it in another video. It's gonna change and I want to document it. That's like a big thing. I want to document this process of like small town just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Okay, yeah. I want to like showcase and shine a light into this world. I'm 34. I'm starting out a little late, but that's okay. But I just want to like show you, if you were someone else, if you're not from a big city, if you're not starting out right away, if you're stuck, if you feel stuck in your job that's not an art job, and then you're like, I want to quit. I'm going to do it. Pursue my life as an artist. Then like maybe this here can like show you how it might look. And I'm nowhere far ahead. Like I don't have a website. I don't have big old customers. I've not been in an art market yet, but I want to do those things and I want you to come with me. Join me. Let me show you how it goes. Follow me and like let's watch this take shape. Ooh, it felt very cringy actually to say follow me. No, but you can follow me though, but just like come along, let's go. I want to show you, and maybe in like a year or 2 or 3, I'll be like consistently posting content through that time, and we can look back on this first YouTube video and be like, look at it, look at this, look at that, and then look at where we went. That's kind of what I want. I just want to like capture this whole journey as we go through it. What's it gonna look like? Well, so that's it. That's me. I'm the Redhead Pretender. I hope you had fun here. I hope you stick around, hang out with me as I post content. Who knows what kind of content? Hopefully art content and other fun things. Probably just me, maybe yapping. More stuff will be coming soon, I think. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for coming by. It was nice to have you here with me on the internet. Join me next time for more stuff. Okay. Bye.